How's everybody doing? My name is Mike from Roots Canine Training, and you can see Ghost is super excited. He's trying to figure out how to get his bowl of food I got right here. So this gives me an opportunity to talk about a couple things. One thing I want to talk about is small wins, okay, and feeding in the crate. Hey, we feed the dog in the crate, especially when they first get here. So the dog sees that the crate is not just a place you go at night or when I'm gone. It's also a place where you get your food. So now the crate is giving the dog access to the food. So they start to see it in a more positive way. The other thing it does, it gives us access to get the dog to actually eat the whole amount of food. So if I put the food in, I will put the food in and let the dog do whatever he's going to do. And after 15 minutes, I come back, I take the food, whether it's empty or not. That teaches the dog that he only has a small window of time to eat the food. So when he has the food, he should eat it. You should never leave your food down for the dog to just graze on it whenever he wants, because that is, if you're doing that, chances are you're letting the dog just roam around the house. And they do not need access to food all the time, and it actually kind of messes them up for feeding time. When you actually want them on a schedule, you give them food, they won't eat because they feel that it's going to be around all the time. So we want the dog to be on a schedule, and they should eat a certain amount. I go to people's houses and I see all the time that they're just throwing food in the bowl. They should have the amount that they can finish and the amount that's appropriate for them. And you should be looking at your dog's body and saying, oh, he looks way too skinny, or he looks too fat. You know, you should be able to look at your dog and judge that. So the other thing we're going to talk about real quick is small wins. So you can see he's real excited. He's sitting right now because that's what he knows will get him the food. So let's go ahead and just get right into it. So the first small win is me opening this crate and him not coming out. Okay, so that's the first small win, right? So this is very important because psychologically, the human needs to realize that this is a win for me. This is a positive thing for me. Don't just open the door and throw it in and feel like you've accomplished nothing. Everything we do with dogs here gives us a small win. If he goes through a doorway properly with me, that is a small win. If he takes his food the way I want him to take the food, that is a small win. If he heels next to me properly, that is a small win. If he breaks a command and then I give him discipline and then he does what I want, that is a small win. Those are good things. Instead of thinking your dog's behavior is, you know, oh man, he's a pain, I always got to deal with this and that, I got to take my time. The point is I want everybody to recognize these small wins, and psychologically it's going to help you train your dog, and it's good for your dog. You always want to be feeling positive around your dog. So here we are. Look at this small win right here. This is perfect. And he's sitting. That's also a small win for me. Now he knows that he's got to stay sitting until I let go of the bowl and slide it towards him. So here we go. Now I'm going to tell him sit. So he's already sitting, but I want him to know I want you to stay sitting. No, sit. So when he went for the bowl, I pull it up into his face, right into it. Right, use the ledge right into his mouth. Nope, sit. Nope, sit. No, sit. So he's got to stay sitting. I'm not going to let go of the bowl. I'm not going to let him do it halfway. Nope. No, sit. Okay. So I had multiple small wins there. So everything we do with our dogs, every interaction you have, you are training the dog. And if you're not training the dog to obey you and to have obedience, then you're training the dog to not listen to you. So I want everybody to take that from this video. Every single thing you do with your dog, you are training it in some manner. So if your dog jumps on people when they come to the door, essentially you train the dog to jump on people at the door because you never told the dog no and never taught the dog how not to do it. They are animals. We domesticated them, it is our responsibility to learn their language and treat them the way that will keep them healthy.